So how do you make sure that your wife feels, you're not competing with the church?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Will she be watching this?
I hope so. Na kama tuambie ukweli tuambie.
Sorry to say, I may be neza pigwa vita after this. But many pastors we are failing in. Yeah, because we are so good out there, but we are pathetic at home. There must be a difference between being a workaholic and a fruitful person. I think starting a church, if you don't have a call, is 1,001 way to die. People are no longer looking for shepherds that are superstar shepherds. People want guys that will just do life with simplicity.
Yeah.
If we are to speak to the generation that God has called us to speak to, then we must be able to speak in their language. And I feel God is calling us to a place of really changing the spectacle that we look at men with. Someone said, never confuse being on a rocking chair and progress. Sometimes people that are workaholics end up in depression because you are so used to this cycle that other segments of your life are frustrated. They are shouting for help. We are not really getting the unchurched to church because we've presented church how it should not be. One of the challenges that single moms are struggling with is they tend to feel like every lady in the church thinks that they want their husband. I believe God is a God of second chances, most. And I feel the fact that it went wrong at some point, it does not mean that your story is done. But also there are people that are struggling with, just accepting the fact that someone messed up and now they found someone else and they feel like they want to remarry.
Yo, what's up, good people, man? First, thank you so much for always joining us for the DJ Moz Podcast. We do not take it for granted, man. I'm always excited to be able to have wonderful guests joining me for conversations. People who are known, other people who are not known, but they are known in their circles, and just being able to have genuine, honest conversations with them. So, man, as you continue digging in and enjoying the podcast, we'd like to encourage you to go ahead and support us, man. This is only possible through your love and through your support. Pray for us, talk about us, but then also you can go ahead and go a step further and support us financially. And you can do that by our account number and the till number. They're all, is it till number? No, the Paybill number and the account numbers you call up every sindio. Please do go ahead and support us financially, because this encourages us, it allows us to be able to pay our bills and to continue hooking you up with more great content. Sindio, thank you so much for your love. In the meantime, man, let's continue in our conversations today hapa hivi on the DJ Moz Podcast. Fiti, man, karibu.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, Fiti.
Yeah?
I think I've made it in life now that I'm here.
Mozi, hakuna kitu kama hiyo, man. I'm just happy to sit down and have a conversation with you, man.
Growing up in my teenage, I used to listen to you play a lot.
Oh, bro.
A lot. You, DJ Kev.
Yeah.
A lot of DJs, Arosto.
Yes.
For those that know DJ J Arosto.
Oh man, Akina Kroba.
Then Kina Kroba wakakam.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Actually, yeah, because Kroba now came after Akina Arosto.
Yeah, I think it was you.
Yeah.
Then Kev.
Yeah.
Then Kina Arosto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then way later, sasa Kina Kroba, then Kina Mo.
Yeah. Soxy was one of my oldest friends, even even as a DJ, because but Kev came before him, and I remember Soxy. I met him, I think maybe in 2001, 2002.
2001. Oh my goodness, yeah. Because I remember Christian concerts had just started thereabout.
Yeah.
So where I grew up, there was one called Swift House.
What was this?
So this is Islands Uko Isli.
Yeah.
So Deliverance Church Isli.
Yeah.
So I think they're about 2005, but the liquor DJs were coming up.
Yes. No wonder, Akina Arosto Sasa before.
Yeah, Arosto, Neville.
Yeah.
Denver,
yeah.
I know these guys are your old buddies.
Yes.
So you see why I've made it in life.
I know, bro. So, I remember the first time I engaged with DC Isilis because Jugush used to come to DC Isili. And his dad was also one of the elders there.
Yeah, his whole family.
Yes, the whole family used to come to DC Isili. And then, so Njugush used to be in a group called .com.
.com. Oh my goodness, yes.
And they used to dance like the Zangalewa band.
Like
Unakumbuka wale wasa Zangalewa? Wakiva manguo kwa tumbo. And so, I mean, it was the first time for me I was engaging now with, before .com, my first crew to hang out with was All Over Dance Crew. Na pia wasi all over wengine walikuwa najuana na wasi wa DC. So through .com, I got to meet now Pastor Wagata.
Wagata, the legendary Pastor
the legendary,
David
yes,
Wagata.
Forever youth pastor. So that's like that was now my formal engagement now with Wasiwa DC. Na left kwanza kupanga. We started doing missions now in the neighborhoods around Andorra. So like we'd go to Madare, unaingia kwa Karut, kachom kengine kales. So at the very end, hiyo chom ndo naeka stage. Then everyone who's walking through that car road would stop and see, hey, what's happening here? That time we had no popular gospel artists. Actually, it used to be now like me and .com and Joxy as the only performers.
You know, Joxy, many people, I don't think if many people wale wanasikiza gospel music now can really relate with Joxy. But Joxy before Gospel Fathers, before all these groups, Joxy were the it.
They were the first, like you're saying, the first popular gospel group. Because it was Nuvine, Kaberere and Lena.
And Lena, yes. Watu
Chopo. Oh my gosh. So you've grown up in Isili.
So I grew up in Isili, born and bred. And I think church was such a huge part of my life. Because now I thank God for Daily Siege because they provided a space just to hang out. In our teens, we didn't have many places to go to. So church for us became the alternative to jam sessions. Because every Sunday afternoon, if you grew up around that age set, there was jam sessions, F2.
Yes.
So guys are going for all these things. So for us, church was the alternative. So we just get to hang out in church and just have good vibes and good music.
And you guys had an amazing posse. Bishop Tumising.
Bishop Tumising. He's still there.
He's
but
still there.
Now he's emeritus. He's a wonderful man.
So does he still come to DC Isili?
He does. He does. But now, of course, I left DC Sich. Which is a conversation we'll have. But he frequents when he can. I think there's now a larger demand for him in the body of Christ. He did his time and he did his time well.
What I liked about him was he was always like behind the scenes and always happy to prop other guys ahead of him and huge fan of young people as well.
Huge fan of young people, but also quite a man full of integrity.
I don't think sometimes people understand at that time when we say a huge fan of young people, Bishop Tumising allowed young people to have a space where they could express themselves. I remember you guys used to do at DCCL at that time. You used to have like a Friday night gig.
And this guy, this guy's then having locks and doing studs was you wouldn't get a space in church. But I mean, he entertained us with our magnet studs, with our locks. And he took us for who we are. And just did life with us the way we are. And now look at us. Some of us are now doing what he did then.
So what was the impact? What is the impact of you being in Isili, growing up in Isili and, being a part of the youth at DC Isili?
As I've told him, DC Sich provided that space of just being an alternative space. There was a lot that was happening in those hoods. So if you're not in church, you're either outside there being chased by cops or chasing the cops. Either of the two would happen. Or being introduced into drug addiction. So there was a lot of exposure at such a young age. But being now in DCCH, and thinking of it actually, Moz, there are many pastors that I get to interact with nowadays and guys in ministry, and I can trace their roots to DCCH.
Wow.
So it was like a modeling place without telling you guys that we're modeling you to become. So without knowing. And I think that's the beauty of just doing life in a space where mentorship is happening in informal ways.
Yes.
There's no sitting in a class and being told, we just did life.
Yeah. And life was ministry too.
And life was ministry.
Yeah.
We went to high schools, got to learn how ministry is done.
Yeah.
Then we were dancers. I remember I was a break dancer.
You can show us later.
Yeah, and just got to learn the ropes of ministry.
Yeah.
And I got to discover through men like David Ewagata, Pastor David Ewagata, that ministry is all about the heart. Ministry is a heart thing.
Yeah.
The greatest fulfillment you can find in ministry is just from the heart.
Yeah.
It may not pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It rarely actually does.
Yeah.
But you get fulfillment in seeing transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do life with people and just get to see them become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've said something interesting that, sometimes, or most of the time ministry does not pay. But here you are, you look fairly young. Hip, and as a young person transitioning from from the youth ministry at Isili, doing life, whether it's through high school, after high school, and now you've started your own church, Chosen Generation. What would make you get to that place where you're like, Nimia, I've seen how tough ministry can be.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to do.
Nothing else but the call.
Wow.
Nothing else but the call.
And at what age did you feel that you've been called to do?
Most interestingly, you see how kiddos, when they grow up and they're asked, what do you want to become?
Yeah.
And people give many stories. Others say, I want to be a doctor.
Yeah.
I want to be a pilot.
Yeah.
I want to be an engineer. Do they say I want to be a DJ also? I think they do nowadays.
Hopefully they do.
So I used to say I want to be a pastor.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. So kiddos would really laugh at me. They'd be like, a pastor.
Wow.
Yeah. So I sensed the call of God in my life quite early.
Were you raised in a Christian home?
Yes. So both of my parents were church elders at Delhi Sich for the longest.
Yeah.
Since I got to know them.
Yeah.
So I grew up in church, but I sensed the call quite young. But I remember in my teenage I had an encounter with God. And I think that encounter is what shaped now the direction that I took.
What kind of encounter did you have, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh my goodness.
As a teenager?
As a teenager, yes. I had God.
Yeah.
I had God. Like the Samuel story. One night I had God just speaking to me, God calling me by name and telling me, this is what I want you to do.
Yeah.
And so from then I just knew this is my path. Of course, I had my teenage eventful days.
Yeah.
My days of rebellion. My days of thinking, no, this thing. But eventually I end up pursuing and I'm glad that I did. So when I went to Bible school, I went to Park University. I got to do an internship at Nairobi Chapel. Ngong Road. Then later, I think that's where I actually first met you.
Yeah.
Then later got to go to K3C, did youth ministry with them as the youth pastor. Then I had the Lord leading me now to lead a congregation.
Yeah. Were you at K3C with Pastor? He was a lawyer. What's his name? Who was the pastor there at K3C?
There was a Pastor Ken, was the senior pastor.
Okay. So you know Ken.
Then there was TC, yes.
Yes. So Pastor Ken and Jugush were best friends.
Oh my God.
In fact, I thought they were brothers. When I saw them, I thought that these guys are twins.
Such a small world.
And Jugush was the best man for the wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Such a small world.
Such a small world.
Yeah.
So I came to take up the youth ministry at K3C after TC. I know TC was your friend.
Oh, TC is a good friend of ours. Before he abandoned us to go to Australia.
So he went to the larger body of Christ.
Yeah, he's like, let me go to the leafy suburbs.
The green
areas of ministry.
So I was with K3C for close to 3 years. Yeah, then left now to go and do Chosen Generation.
And what would lead to you calling it Chosen Generation? I'm sure there must be a story.
Actually, Chosen Generation Mirema is a branch of Chosen Generation Nakuru. Is it okay if I get some serviettes?
Of course. Yeah.
Alright.
Did say dinner serviettes kadhaa.
Manze homa imenifinya.
Okay, maze pole.
Homa imenifinya.
Na pia karibu kahawa, man. Big shout out to Waine who gives us really good coffee, man. Every week,
goodness.
Waine is faithful. So long as he's around to give us good coffee, man. Iko aje?
Ni fresh sana. It tastes like salvation.
Guys, I'm not propping him yani just for the sake of, but I want to let you guys know this guy Waine has hands down the best coffee I've had, and I've had lots of coffee, bro. Both local and international.
Every day it's like audience needs to hear that.
Nakwambia, I've had lots of coffees, both local and international, including big brands. You know, who talk big about their coffees. This is the most legit I've come across. So shout out to you, Waine, man. Kahawa safi sana, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're saying the Chosen Generation is a church?
Chosen Generation is a church branch of Chosen Generation Nakuru.
Yeah.
Which is actually led by a gentleman called Bishop Ben Nganga. So I got to just be in a space where I desired to do something new. I was sensing that God was actually calling me to do more. And in that space, I entered into a place of asking the Lord how, why. Then the Lord led me now to form a relationship with Bishop Ben.
Yeah.
Then eventually now that gave birth to Chosen Generation Mirema.
So did you have to go to Nakuru to spend some time there?
No, I didn't. But I would frequent a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, we already had a relationship. Yeah.
And how's the journey been now?
That is one of those things.
In fact, I want to ask you, what has the journey been? Then I guess my follow-up also would be, like, what's the call over your life that you felt God calling you at that time? And what's the speciality about Chosen Generation Church, Mirema? Yeah.
So the journey has been tedious, not been easy, but it has also been one full of grace. A Chosen Generation Mirema, God has given me an opportunity to lead a young, vibrant church. So our guys are basically 40 and below. So guys are either starting up families, starting up careers in that space. So we have many young families, but we also have a lot of young people. So some of them in their 20s, their campus life, they're about.
Yeah.
One of those things most that really gives me fulfillment is to see someone coming, not knowing what to do with their lives. And as we do life together, we get to see God just enlightening them and giving them direction and allowing them to become what He has called them to become. It's been a process. You've been in this thing long, you know. Planting a church is not easy. So we started from a small tent. We started with 5-7 people thereabout.
It was you.
So of course,
were you married at that time?
Yeah. So of course, your wife becomes your number one congregant. If you have children, they become member number 3, 4, 5 thereabout. So we started there from a small tent. Then the Lord has allowed us to grow. I think now we are past 300 thereabout.
That's incredible, bro.
Yeah.
In a span of how long?
In a span of 3 years.
That's incredible. Yeah.
So we do church differently. We are quite unconventional in how we do church. Because I've come to discover then, if we are to speak to the generation that God has called us to speak to, then we must be able to speak in their language. So if you come to a congregation, at times we really dress not the churchy way.
Yeah.
And by that I mean we can choose to theme different services and their dress codes, just to create a vibe that people can relate with.
Yeah.
But we also allow church to become a community, a place where people not only come to fellowship, but a place where people come to belong.
Yeah.
And that's what Chosen Generation is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the journey that you have been over the last 3 years, you know, leading the church, you know, one of the things you said is it has not been easy. And, you know, for you to start this church, and, you know, sometimes you know, starting church is an easy thing, but they don't understand the amount of work that you have to put in to even get started. What kept you going? Because I know that that's not an easy task. Then what was it like convincing your wife to run the church? Yeah.
You know, I always say, if God has not called you to start a church, please don't. I don't know if you watched this. There's this show about 1,000 Ways to Die. I think starting a church, if you don't have a call, is 1,001 way to die. Because it can be frustrating. So the good thing is my wife, when we got to meet, she met me as a Bible school student.
Nikiwa Park.
Yeah, Nikiwa Park. So she had come for a short-term program. Mi nilimnyakua tu venye alitoka high school.
Hey, bro.
Mapema ndio best. So she came, I think I was a second year student then. So she came for more like an excursions program.
Yeah.
Then before she went now to Campo.
Yeah.
So she got to do life with me at that life stage. So she knew. She knew what I was going to become.
Okay.
She may have not fully understood how it looked like, but she had a clue. This is where this guy is going. And Moz, you know, just thinking about it, I've come to discover the beauty about marriage is actually when you follow the order of God. That a man should find purpose first. Then after purpose, you can find a mate or a helper.
Yeah.
So I think I was in my place of purpose. I was in my Eden. So when she came into my Eden, it was easy for her to fuse into my Eden.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy convincing her.
Yeah.
Because we were just from doing our wedding. Yeah. So just from doing our wedding, and she's like, hey, you're sure this is what you want us to do?
Yeah.
But I told her this is what God has told me.
Yeah.
There are many people that were telling me, how can you give birth to two things at the same time?
Or starting a marriage?
You're starting a marriage. You want to start a church. So you do one, then.
Yeah.
But I had heard from God. And when God speaks, a man has to obey.
Yeah.
And looking back, I'm glad that I obeyed.
That's amazing, man.
I'm glad that I obeyed.
That's incredible. Many people talk about, music ni ya kizushi, but many people talk about, I used to hear this. Let me not say many people. I used to hear guys saying master mission mate.
Master mission mate. Break it down for me.
So that before you get married, you know, first you have to make sure that you have the right master. That that's God. Then you need to know what your mission is.
Yeah.
Then you find your mate. So like you've talked about, you found your wife when you were in your purpose.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I agree. Fully. Fully. Because when you distort it, crisis.
Yeah.
Crisis, man. Because a man that does not have purpose, and you find a mate first. Because remember, when you're marrying someone, you're not just marrying a man. You're marrying a vision. You're marrying a purpose. So when you get married to someone and they've not found their purpose, terrible. Yeah. The disorder just brings crisis. Crisis. Unaona msee anarudi kwao. So I didn't know it would be like this.
Yeah.
But once a man finds purpose, then there's need for a helper.
Yeah.
Where there's no purpose, there's no need for a helper.
And what's the space where...
Very controversial.
No, it's good, man. I think everyone should definitely have a purpose. And, you know, there's a reason why God created us and he allowed us to be in this world and for such a time as this. And one of my favorite scriptures is from Acts 13. I think it's Acts 13:36, that after David served God's purposes in his generation, he rested. So there is a purpose that we have been created to be, you know, and to live out while we're in this world. And so it's important for someone to find their purpose. What I was going to ask was, there's also the place for, as much as the woman is coming to help, but she also has a purpose. And sometimes these two purposes can conflict. Sindio? So how do you find a balance between the two? Because you probably serve a lot in the church. Is your wife also in the church?
No. My wife is not a pastor.
See, this is interesting. Now, this is what I wanted to get to.
My wife is not a pastor. My wife is in the business space. And here's the thing. I feel one of the challenges that we have in our time is it's been made like a cliche. If you're a pastor, your wife is.
Yeah. And we've seen it, man. You know,
they
this
even
is
do posters of I am here, she's here next.
That's it, man. You're there, she's there with the other parties, with their spouses. Yeah.
I feel not at times there may be pressure to do that. But once you do that, at times you may end up not fulfilling what God wants you to fulfill or your partner also to fulfill.
Yeah.
Because at times you tend to drag along your partner to what you're supposed to be doing for God.
Yeah.
And they're not called out for the same thing.
Yeah.
I think that there needs
That's
to be
interesting.
there needs to be an understanding of marrying your purposes together
in
a way that you get to support one another, but also you get to allow each other to chase their purpose or fulfill their assignment. In the event that you're in ministry like I am, and your spouse, because like for me, my wife is an introvert. She prefers like being on the back seat. She's like, I don't want to be on stage. I feel there's a great need for us to be able to understand that ministry is not just on stage.
Yeah.
Someone may their call may be in the administration line. You must allow them to flourish in that space. And in that, they're still serving and fulfilling their purpose.
Yeah.
But now, man, you find people that are called pastors, but they don't have the pastoral call.
Yeah.
It's just it's like it's automatic. If you're married to a pastor,
you're also.
So I get to wonder, if you're married to a doctor,
do you also become
you're married to a DJ? No, it shouldn't be that way.
DJ Debs.
It should be with by call and not association.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How do you find the balance for the two of you? Because your wife is in
the business space.
I like that you said that she's been called to the business world, and you've been called to be, to serve in the pastoral capacity. How do you find the balance between the two? Yeah.
I've come to understand.
Or how do you complement each other?
I've come to understand that when she married me, she didn't marry a pastor. When she married a man.
You need to pull up this again because there are many people who put on the title first. Then they come in second.
And people have gotten frustrated because at times people choose their life partners based on what they see on stage. So you pick this worship leader. You think, but it would be all glorious at home.
We'll all be singing worship songs in the house.
And this worship leader either makes a pathetic life partner. So I feel it's important just to be able to understand that when you believe in God for a life partner, you need to understand it's not the minister you're getting. That's they bring that along, but it's not that what you're looking for. Now that I have a son, I've come to discover my son does not need a pastor in the house. They need a father. So having that in mind now, how we create the balance is we have learned over time that when it comes to us, we need to be real with each other. And we need to be friends. So when I come home, I don't come with revelations and with words of knowledge. When I come home, I come as a life partner, as a friend, as a lover. Because that's what she needs. That's what she wants. Those are her needs. She's not just my congregant, she's my wife. And likewise, I am meant to become a husband. So we complement each other by understanding that, but also by being intentional. I feel there's a need to be intentional in knowing that as much as I am there for the church, I think Lena was here and he said, kila mtu na bride wake. I also need to be there for my bride. So Jesus is there for the church. Then I'm also there for my bride. Because Moz, you've been in ministry for long and you know. At times you may end up neglecting home. In the name of you're busy.
It's so easy
out there. And you may think you're doing so well. But you're doing pathetic. I know there are many homes of ministers that are really wounded, and they are wounded by ministry. So there are many people that are divorced or separated, and if they are really to have conversations with you, they would tell you, I think he or she got too busy with the work of God. So we must also create a balance of knowing as much as we are useful for the kingdom of God, our first place of assignment should always be our family.
How it's interesting that you say that because you'll find that quite a good number of pastors' kids, they end up being very rebellious. They end up being very rebellious, and they do not want anything to do with God because they feel God took my mom away, or God took my dad away from us, or the experience that they have at home with their parents is one where they're like, I just want you to be my dad, not to be my pastor. So I just want to say it's a good thing that you're saying that you, when you're at home, you're not trying to go home as a passy.
Yeah.
You're trying to be there as a father or as as a husband.
And I feel most that's one of those areas that, sorry to say, I may be neza pigwa vita after this, because but many pastors we are failing in. Yeah, because we are so good out there, but we are pathetic at home. We are not relational. We are not. Our children are not finding us present. Our wives are finding us boring.
Yeah.
And it's important to be able to strike a balance so that we don't lose it. You may be winning a lot outside there, but if you're not scoring at home, your wins out there might not be important. So you're there preaching on a Saturday morning and your wife is just looking at you and she's like, bro, man. She can't, even someone is not a blessing.
Bro, can you imagine how messed up that is? Na si ati wife akulove.
They're there witnessing people cheering you on, but they can't like, cheer you. I wish I had something to cheer you on for.
Yeah.
But, and as you've said, pastors' kids, that's a whole conversation, because we must be intentional in how we parent, because we need to understand that also our children are children just like the others. So when I'm with my son, I need to see him as a child first, just like the others.
Bro. And so how do you intentionally make sure that you spend? I'm asking this question because it's an opportunity for me to learn and others to be able to learn as well. So how do you make sure that your wife feels, you're not competing with the church?
Oh my goodness. Will she be watching this?
I hope so. Na kama tuambie ukweli tuambie.
Oh my goodness. I think I'm not there yet. That's frankly speaking. I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey of always calling myself back home. Especially now that I'm leading a congregation that's young and vibrant, it can be demanding. So I have to continuously pinch myself when I wake up in the morning to try and really prioritize family, prioritize her, prioritize children. It's quite, I've been watching your podcast and you've had a couple of pastors sitting here. And one consistent thing that I've seen all of them agree with what I'm saying right now, I think no one has it 100. We just keep on trying.
I know.
Sitaki kudanganya.
Ni kweli bana. Mimi nakubaliana nawe because sometimes my wife has to reel me in. Because if I'm let loose, like I can be very driven. With what it is that I want to accomplish. And sometimes I find that there can be conflict between my wife and I. When she's trying to reel me in, I'm like, I really need to go.
Oh my goodness. You're speaking, I'm just seeing myself.
And sometimes I'd find conflict in that. I'm like, we mbona unanivuta? Siwache tu niende, unajua mazi, I have to do this thing. But then I have to remind myself that she's not doing it out of any ill motive. My wife loves me 100%. And when she's really mean, it's because she wants to make sure that I'm well grounded at home as well.
Because most, after all is said and done, east or west, home is the best.
Bro.
I always tell people, we do ministry, which is good. But after all is said and done, we'll have to go back home. I've seen pastors, I've seen ministers that have retired. And if they didn't get it right at home, their life ends up really badly. Because you're coming back at home now, and your days of strength, your years of strength, you spent them with others. So you're a stranger.
Oh, bro.
You're coming back home and they're like, oh, so now now you're back, and everyone is busy with their things. So the gaps that you felt, people have a way of filling the gaps that you left. So your kids have fill those gaps. Unfortunately, your wife can fill those gaps.
Yeah.
And the church now is took away from you.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's important for people to know that we're not just saying this in relation to just for pastors or guys working in the church. It could be also someone who is married to their work. You're married at home, like you have a business of your own, or you have a place where you're working, and it's easy to forget home. Thinking that I'm trying to build something for my family. But the guys you're trying to build something for, they have no relationship with you whatsoever. You're trying to bring as much money as you want to bring home. But if they had an option, they'd be like, forget about the money.
We'd rather have you. That's such a sad reality. Because as you have said, even in the corporate space, especially when you're really trying to climb the ladder and things are starting to work.
Yeah.
Actually, we actually miss it, not when things are not working, but when things are working. You're doing this gig, it's working. So you want to do the next. You're raising this ministry, it's working. In the corporate ladder, you're doing this, you're growing through the ranks. So at times our focus may shift. So I think even the place of prayer is a place to really go to. Tell the Lord, constantly remind me never to lose it. That after all is said and done, farm comes first.
And that's such a good wake-up call for me, and I hope also for those who are listening or those who are watching, because even if you're not there yet, you're not married yet, there's certain things that you always need to find a way of striking a balance early. So when you do get there, it's easier to be able to transition. So let's say you're probably not dating. You can say now you're married to your work. But if you start giving yourself to work 12 hours a day, bro, when you settle, that's been the routine that you have put in your life, because I don't know if this is a true statement. I probably guys might challenge it. We say, believe, behave, become, so how you believe influences how you behave. How you behave influences what you become.
What you become, yes.
So you give yourself over to work 100%. It's a culture and it's a lifestyle that you're building. It becomes who you start behaving that way. Me time yangu mazina, I'm going to use it a lot at work. Yes, you might or you might socialize, and that's your lifestyle. That's who you are becoming without realizing. Slowly by slowly, that's who you're becoming, and you can challenge it, by the way. And when you decide to settle, bro, it's a culture that you have immersed yourself in. Dying to that person becomes very hard.
Just speaking to what you're saying, one of those things that people must be careful on is you must really be intentional to avoid becoming a workaholic. There must be a difference between being a workaholic and a fruitful person. There must be a clear difference.
That's so good.
Because at times you might get too busy, but less productive. Someone said, never confuse being on a rocking chair and progress. Sometimes people that are workaholics end up in depression because you're so used to this cycle that other segments of your life are frustrated. They are shouting for help. A family is shouting, hey, we are here. Even just spending time alone is shouting, we are here. So some of the even health conditions that guys are getting in our time is because of becoming workaholics. We must learn the discipline of living a well-balanced life. I've loved how you said in an earlier conversation that you play football. It's okay to have something that someone loves that they do apart from work. For you, not even just for fun, even for you. Also surround yourself with people that you can do life. At times we tend to forget that our colleagues are not our friends. So we don't grow healthy friendships or relationships. We really depend on that office. So in the event you lose that job, you feel like you've lost your whole world because nothing else in your life is alive or active. Because you confused the work colleagues with friends. That work environment, you made it your home.
Yeah.
That office was your dwelling place. So when someone loses their job, they feel like they are dying.
You lose.
You lose it. It's like you've lost your world. Yeah. I feel like if we develop a culture of building all segments of our lives as we should, even if you lose a job, you'll have a lot of things that can still hold you, ground you, even as you believe God for the next.
What are some of the challenges that you have seen amongst your congregation over the last 3 years, even as they've been growing, to 300? What are some of the felt needs that you have seen amongst them? You're like, these are issues that we need to address.
Some of the needs that I've actually seen over time is, and I don't know if it is the age setting, but the need for care. People are no longer looking for shepherds that are superstar shepherds. People want guys that will just do life with simplicity. People want you to know where they are at, what they do. How can you do life with them in simplicity? At times I feel like we are not really getting the unchurched to church because we've presented church how it should not be.
What do you mean by that?
This is what I mean. When you look at the life of Jesus reached out to the masses, but he only pastored 12. So our focus has shifted to numbers so much. Moz nataka wase 3,000 in my congregation. Yet I'm not diligent with doing life with the 300. All right? So Jesus focused on the 12, like really did life with them. Properly. Day to day. His focus was not growing the 12 to the 3,000. His focus was to impact the 12. The 12 will grow another 12.
After kwa 12 kuna moja na msaliti.
That's a whole different. You want us to take that direction? Because ministry, you must have a Judas.
Bro, let me tell you, man. That's the one thing I'm like, Jesus knew that this guy was going to betray him.
And still did life with him. He knew that this guy is stealing from our cash. Our treasury.
From the treasury. And he still chose to do life with him.
And this is one reality that I am struggling to reconcile even as a minister, because it can be painful. Ministry has betrayals that you never saw them coming. And from quarters you never, especially you see these people that say, I will never leave you. We have them. So you get people that you really get to do life with. You offer yourself, your time, you sacrifice. Things like famo. Then eventually someone just anafanya ile kitu. It can be quite painful, wounding, especially for even our families, because they see the sacrifice you make, real time. They see it, and when they see these things happen to you, they're like, "Oh my goodness!" So it's one of those things that's not easy to really figure out. But neema iko.
So you were saying that Jesus intentionally did life with the 12.
Ate with them, slept with them. Walked with them. So if we are to do church effectively in our time, we must get to that place where accessing your shepherd should be one of those things that we really need to highly consider. As a minister, you should be accessible. Actually, you're called to be available.
So sasa acha nikuulize swali ya kizushi.
Uliza.
How do you then intentionally make sure that you don't get to that place where you are inaccessible? Because,
Nama protocol.
With protocols, man. Hey, even I can't, before Maze couple of podcasts we were talking, now you become big. Your church is at 3K, Moz talk. I can't even get a hold of you.
Oh my goodness.
I have to go through Olin. Then after Olin has to talk to someone else, for us to be able to get access to you. And that's one question. How do you make sure that you are accessible? And also, how do you make sure that you don't have the danger of, I want a church of 3,000? Because the bigger it becomes, the more inaccessible you are.
So one, you must be quite intentional in never forgetting why you're doing what you are doing. So at times, as you grow, I've discovered as you grow, that there's a temptation of actually forgetting why we are doing what we are doing.
Yeah.
Because it gets busy, it gets more rewarding.
Yeah.
And as it does that, there's a tendency of, there's like a good feel, Moz. There's like a good feel. That good feel introduces things to do with pride. You start feeling important. So you must be surrounded also with people that are not shy to tell you the truth. Yeah. So you must have at least one or two people that, and especially for people like us, it has to be your spouse that can call you out. Call you out and tell you, I think you're becoming too proud.
Lakini sasa utasikiaje na wewe ndio unasikia kutoka kwa God? You're the one who's hearing from God. I love there's this person who usikiagi God. I'm the one who's listening to the voice of God.
So you must always remember, no one has the monopoly of hearing God. So you must be surrounded with real people.
Yeah.
And you must also choose to be that person that can be told.
Yeah.
Ndio kuna watu waambiwagi Moses.
Oh yeah.
So you must be that kind of person that can be told, you know what, enough. You know what, turn this. I think this one, you should try this.
Yeah.
But also you must also just make conscious decisions of knowing there is the reason why God has allowed me. I call it the superstar syndrome. You must fight the superstar syndrome. And it's very easy to get there. I don't know how because you're one humble guy. Let me give you your flowers while you're alive. Wow. You're one humble guy. I don't know how you've been able to fight that. Because many of us, it's tricky. When you're on the billboards, when you're on the, you know, people are calling you, they're telling you, we are seeing you everywhere. When your numbers are really growing, there's that thing of feeling, you know, I think now, I don't need, before you get to me, go through other three people. Yeah. So you must constantly, yourself must be aware. You must really be aware. Yeah.
And so one of the felt needs you've said from your congregation is you feel presence is important.
Presence. If there is what a congregation yearns for, is presence. People want you to be involved in their you know, it's difficult, but it's important. Yeah, when they are going through loss, they need you to be there. When they are celebrating, they need you to be there. When they are struggling, they need you to be there. All right. At times when they are celebrating, they may forget you, but But the ministry of presence. This week I was at a Mashakaya and I was telling guys, one of those things that you do when you go to where people are grieving, you may not have the right words, but there's what we call the ministry of presence. Just being there. You know, just hugging someone. You don't need to say anything, but just being there. And I think the ministry of presence is really needed in our time. Really needed, Moz.
I love it. I love it. And actually and ask that question intentionally for me, it's a confirmation as well, because this week we've been having conversations around, because your congregation seems to be Gen Z millennials.
Gen Z millennials.
Yeah. Yes. And so like with the Gen Zs, I know one of the things that's a big part for them is they want presence. You know, usituambie tu kuwa present somehow pia, you know. And I don't know if it also comes from a lack of, absentee parents. So they feel, you know, the passee is going to be the one who's going
compensation,
to is the one who's going to fulfill that role.
Because unfortunately we are living in a broken world. So we have people that are coming from broken homes or dysfunctional homes, where they may have both parents, but they are not really involved in their lives. So when they come to us, they don't just see us as a pastor. They see you as an authority. They see you as a father figure. They either see you as an uncle. They see you just represent something important to them. And when I discovered that, Moz, at times I just randomly tell guys, today I just want to hug each one of you before you go home. So I'll be here.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just hug guys. And one of those Sundays that I did that, some of them cried. And I realized, oh my goodness, for them it's not just a hug. It's an affirmation. It's also an acceptance. It means so much more to them that when I hug someone, they feel loved. They feel, I can access you. I'm this important. And when I discovered that, then I got to know if we are to, you know, even randomly, just taking photos and selfies with people and just allowing them to have very simple conversations. How was your week? And someone feels like, someone is interested to know how my week was. So as you have said, we are dealing with people that are going through stuff, man.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of gaps in the Gen Z world. There are a lot of gaps. So there are kids that when they come to church, they're looking for answers to questions that they can't ask some of their parents, because either some of their parents don't have the answers, or they're actually unapproachable or unavailable.
Yeah.
But also for the millennials, some of them life has really dealt with them badly. Some of them are actually living in regret. So they're looking for a place of saying, you know what, we can rebuild.
That's so good.
And they just need a man or a woman that will say, you know what, I don't know how, but I know who knows it all. Someone will just point them out to Jesus and say, let's do it together.
I like that, man. I've actually never looked at it from that perspective, where you've messed up and they're trying to rebuild or trying to restore.
So the guys, man, they got themselves either in relationships that they thought this is it, and eventually it wasn't. So some of them even have kids out of those relationships, and they're saying, you know what, can I remarry? I never did it properly. I probably did it with the wrong person. Is there really hope for me?
And that's a reality for us.
And it's a reality. We are dealing with people that are coming from marriages that didn't work. May I have them in church?
I was going to ask you. In fact, that's the question I was going to ask you. Like now, many churches struggle to deal with couples who have been divorced because in our sinful world, we made the wrong choices. And so you end up, yes, you got married, but the marriage did not work. It could be for one reason or another. It could be you were in an abusive relationship. And so, but let's say the marriage did not work. And so many churches struggle when these people want to marry again because they feel that they want to do it right. But many churches struggle with marrying those people again.
Which is we need to make peace with the challenges of our times. We need to accept that these are sad realities that the church needs to cater for. So in the event that you get such people in church, you must be able to provide a safe space for them to feel, one, they belong, so they are not judged. There's a peculiar kind of people that are actually struggling with that, which is single moms. And I feel it's important that I just mention this. One of the challenges that single moms are struggling with is they tend to feel like every lady in the church thinks that they want their husband. All right. So they really struggle with where's my place, but also there are people that are struggling with, just accepting the fact that someone messed up and now they found someone else and they feel like they want to remarry. I believe God is a God of second chances, Moz. And I feel the fact that it went wrong at some point, it does not mean that your story is done, that your love story is as an evil. No, I feel God can still give you second chances. And as a church, we need to provide a space or an avenue where we can be able to do life with people in such cases and allow them just to blossom again. There are also people that have also gotten kids from relationships. They're like, man, I didn't marry, but me nilipeana ball. Someone impregnated me and I feel now I'm ready to get married. So what happens? So we must be able to start thinking around such things so that we can be able to cater for such caliber of people. And sometimes even the baby could have been gotten out of even rape.
An unfortunate situations like rape. And we cannot always assume the worst out of people just because in a certain circumstance in life.
And even in the event that it's their mess, you must be able to understand. Moz mi na mtoi mdogo. And I've discovered there's no day that when that boy messes on himself, that we throw him with his mess. It doesn't do me and the mom, we are like through the fence. No. We remove the diaper, we clean the baby, we throw the diaper, but we dress the baby again. So I feel the assignment of the church is to be able to separate the diaper from the baby. We are messing up when we are throwing our guys with, just because they've messed up, we we are throwing them out. And that's why some people have serious resentment issues with the church. Yeah, because they feel, when I messed up, you guys didn't show me grace. Yeah. Mlinichuja. I remember those days that when someone messed up, they used to be brought up on Belle Church. And the pastor announces, Sister so-and-so is no longer a member of... I mean, we must be able to understand.
It's so humiliating.
Love. Yeah, it's so humiliating. You humiliate someone until you crush them, until they now feel like, now, church, stay there. And the world is very welcoming.
Yeah. Oh man, the world will.
The world seems to understand come as you are more than us.
So this might sound controversial. But one of my friend pastors, Pastor Nick from Nairobi Chapel, he did a sermon series on lessons from the pub.
Lessons from the pub. Yeah, that's a powerful title.
Yeah. So there's one. So we did the third service at the Mass House.
Yeah. I was there.
Yes, you were there.
A pastor was there. Let them know a pastor was there.
Yes. And remember on the wall, like on the right side of the stage, they have this writing that they've put up, where they say, in the church, in the club, we're all family.
Oh, yeah.
Cindy, we're all family. So this conversation for Nick, where he was talking about lessons from the pub, he said, there's a couple of things that the church can learn from the pub. Ite dunia. And he was saying, when you go to the pub, bro, your boys are always happy to see you.
Yeah. Always welcome.
Shango.
In fact, they cheer you when you enter.
Oh, man. They're always happy to see you and happy to receive you. Even if you're a stranger and you ask, can I come and join you? They're happy to welcome you into their space. And the other thing they would say was, Yani, they are ready to throw something for you. Yeah. In fact, ini round yangu. Si ndio kila mtu?
In fact, nikawa nangangania.
Bana.
Nasema zizi, you bought the other one, let me buy
this one. You get, or when they have things happening, they'll rally around each other as well. And so when you say that the world is very welcoming, it's very true.
It's a reality.
Yeah.
And I think the church, we need to grow to that place where we understand that the number one agenda of Christ is come as you are. Not go and fix yourself, then come. No.
Not come as you become.
No. Come as you are. Because Jesus understands that when you come as you are, you will not remain as you are.
Yes.
So when we say come as you are, we are not saying that you will remain as you are. Jesus is so confident in the person that he is and the power that he carries that if you hang out with me, transformation is inevitable. And I think as a church, we need to... you see this thing about a lady comes into the church, they're dressed in a... Anyway, guys can be with a kaleso. Someone feels already judged. And at times you may make that person never come again. Or you're singled out. You're the only guy with locks and your studs and they're like... So we must get to a place where we understand that when you love, you accept.
And I was having a conversation with Ernest Wamboye, and we're saying that you can't always assume that because the person has come with a mini that they have ill motives, or they're coming with the intention of stumbling the passee. Or have you thought that maybe this is their best outfit that they have? Ama wame feel as they're dressing, they're not doing it with anything, with any ill motive. Ama ukicheki msee na dreadlocks anakuja church, it doesn't make them a thug. In fact, some of the thugs are the ones who come dressed in suits.
True. Moz umesema kwanza hii town maconman va suti sana. We tend to really look outwardly. Our focus is not like that of Christ, which is quite unfortunate. And I feel God is calling us to a place of really changing the spectacle that we look at men with. We must get to a place where we start looking at people for who they are and who they are becoming and not how they look. Because then when we do that, we miss out on a lot.
In fact, the beauty is working with someone when they're in the trenches.
You've just mentioned Pastor Nick Korir, and allow me just to shout out a shout out to him. Pastor Nick Korir met me as a Bible school student. nilikuwa nimechapa Moz. Nilikuwa nimechapa sana. So he came to preach at Park. And you know, he saw the gold in me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. He didn't look at how I looked then. He believed in me. He saw what I couldn't see in myself.
Yeah.
And he picked me up and gave me an opportunity to go and do internship in Nairobi Chapel. Thanks to him, I eventually became a pastor at K3C.
Yeah.
If that gentleman just chose to look at the confusion and the package that I was not, then today I wouldn't be on this podcast.
Yeah.
So I feel even for people that will be watching this podcast, I pray that the Lord also gives you a deeper way of looking at people so that you don't look at them based on what they are dressed. Because value is not in how someone is dressed or how someone looks like.
Yeah.
But value is in the fabric that a man is made of.
That's for sure. I love that. I love that. One of the assumptions that people make is that the young people they don't care about spiritual matters. And you, as a church, you have started something that's quite radical and quite different, which is the prayer fest.
Prayer fest, yes.
Nani ashasikia kuhusu prayer fest?
Prayer fest.
Inakuwaga ni music fest.
Prayer fest.
Bana.
This is the thing. Most we tend to miss it when we think young people cannot understand deep things. We must be able to understand. Young people have the capacity to understand deep things. Many of these guys are lawyers, they're doctors, they're handling serious things, they're accountants. So we must be able to, if they're able to understand those things, they can also be able to understand spiritual things. Yeah. And breakfast is a space of...
If they can understand mole concept.
Yeah, mole concept. Bones, molecular structure.
Yes.
They can be able to understand these things.
Yeah.
And so prayer fest for us is a movement. It's not a church thing. It's a movement for Christ. So it's not a place where Chosen Generation wants to draw people to our church. No. It's an interdenominational meeting. So people come from different churches, but also people come from their homes. So we're also speaking to the unchurched and providing a space where guys can just come and, God get blessed by the word, but also just come and really pray. So it's a space for prayer. This is a call that God gave me 3 years ago, and seeing how it has grown to become, I'm amazed.
Bro, so you're getting married.
Yeah.
You're starting a church.
Then prayer fest comes.
Prayer fest.
Yeah. And this is the thing, prayer fest started with, the first meeting I did came 500 people most.
Wow.
The second one came 1,500 people.
Wow.
The third one came 3,500 people.
Bro.
This fourth one, we even got to do like 5 G's people.
Yeah. From 500 to 1,500 to 3,500.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and that's the power of just a man saying yes to Jesus. Yeah. So every year it seems like it just grows to become bigger and better.
Yeah.
So this year, by the grace of God, it will be happening on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th of November.
Yeah.
We do it at our church grounds because now our church is small, can't fit all these people. So we just do a tent and we allow God to determine the rest. So we just get a dome, invite different ministers. If you allow me, I can maybe mention some of them.
Of course. What do you mean if I allow you? This is the same space.
Yeah. Onijitawale.
Yeah.
So we'll have, of course, Kestin Bogo this year come.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
We'll have
She's one of my favorite people.
Oh, interesting.
She's also one of my favorite people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. So we'll have Jackie Gashiri.
She's also another one of my favorite people.
Really? Inakabasi nimenini list
yako.
Because we
mentioned 3 ladies, I'm even happy.
3 ladies?
Yes.
Of course, we'll have Boaz Duncan from Tanzania. We'll have Apostle Damon Shunet, who will be also in the house. We'll have
a podcast.
Oh my goodness, such an awesome guy. We'll have Moz. Lazima kama upiga setup.
Moz ndiye sijui sasa.
Unapoka K Crew worship team will be in the house.
Yeah. That's so good. Thank you.
So we'll have my Bishop Ben Nganga will be in the house.
Yeah.
We'll have who else? Who else am I forgetting?
Yeah,
we'll have Njula Praise.
Na wewe? Oh, Njula Praise.
Njula Praise will be in the house.
She's good people, man.
Alafu akajema kadogo. Pastor Moses will be in the house. And more importantly, Jesus will be in the house.
Yeah.
So
those are good people. Man.
So we are actually doing a Gen Z night. So Friday evening we'll have more G-Short Baba.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be in the house.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's too short, man. You're not gonna name it.
I believe, I don't know, but I believe God is entrusting such a unique thing in Moji's life.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, I sense it. I just sense God wants to use that man in a different way.
I love him. He's not the same Moji I met many years ago. Like, I love the fact that I've seen an incredible growth and a passion for God. That's absolutely incredible. And I'm also happy that he married a deep woman as well.
Yeah. I mean, such an interesting combination.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Anakuwaga na panganga mbaya.
You know, Moji will get to watch this, eh?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. He knows. Whatever I'm telling you is not something I've not told him.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see what God wants to do.
Yeah.
God has allowed us a lot of favor, Moz, and I'm really grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are billboards in this city for Prayer Fest. And at times I look at these things that God is doing and I'm amazed. Because atuna yodo. The truth is, when we are planning this meeting, we don't have the money.
Yeah.
But God has a way of just making it happen.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
And I know you can agree with me because you've done many events that these things, we do them just out of obedience.
Yeah.
At times when someone is asking you, what's the budget? You're like, Jesus is the budget.
Yeah.
And he has a way of footing it.
Yeah.
So we are looking forward to this meeting, and for anyone that will get to watch this podcast, this is a meeting that you need to be there.
Yeah,
you should be there.
That's amazing, man. And it's also a great time to spend time in God's presence. I want to piggyback on that point where you've said that you don't have the funds to be able to do it, but you're believing and trusting God to be able to provide.
Yeah,
I would like to encourage our listeners or guys who are watching this and just say that many times we are afraid of moving because we do not have. So God has given you a vision and you're trying to make sure that all the ducks are aligned for you to be able to move forward. And I think we fail to be able to experience who God really is when we get stuck in that. Because if Abraham was a man of faith and God tells him that you're going to be a father of many nations, when God is telling him that, Abraham has no kids. When God is calling Abraham and telling him, come, at that time he was called Abram even. Yeah. He's telling him, you leave your father's house and come and walk with me. We have no point of reference where we know that Abraham or Abram at that time had any relationship with God. But he left his father's house to go to a place where God was going to show him. Abraham did not know where that was. Yeah. And so even by the time God is giving him a new name called Abraham, it's because he had become a father of faith. And he became a friend of God because he believed and trusted God. In fact, the Bible says that Abraham believed in him who had called him to be able to fulfill that which he had told him he was going to do. And so many times for us, we do not move because we do not have. So what's the point of us? At what point do we demonstrate our faith in God?
Moz, I've been thinking about the same yesterday, actually. And I've discovered these guys that came up with the Google pin location. It's like they borrowed from God, because God never paints the whole picture for you. Yeah. He operates like the pin location. Yeah. He just tells you, move into this direction. So if you're waiting for God to actually paint it all out for you, you might wait forever.
Yeah.
The thing about God is when he calls a man to do something, he gives direction bit by bit. Yeah. Bit by bit. Yeah. He tells you turn left, turn right.
Yeah.
Do this, do this. And I've come to the place of actually knowing that unless you get to the place of surrender, you may not fully get to understand the workings of God.
You will never. Unless you get to the place of surrender, you will never get to experience.
At times you plan a meeting and you're like, I know, Lord, this may be a flop, but since you've said, I'll do it. Yeah. And as you continue to obey, then he continues to unleash the place of, this is what I had in mind. Yeah. This is what I want you to do. Here's the provision. Yeah. So I believe where the Lord leads, he provides.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say as well that it's important many of us want to sacrifice. God have given you so much. But God has never been interested with the sacrifices. What he really wants is our obedience.
Yeah, obedience.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Oh my goodness, obedience.
And so So for us to be able to truly light up this world and for us to truly be able to live out the purposes of God, we need to believe and to trust him for who he is. He'll give you a vision that's bigger than Moses.
Yourself. Yeah.
He'll give you a vision that's bigger than yourself. And so the beauty is allowing God to be able to do the exploits that he wants to do. So when it's said and done, you not chest thump. You'll be like, this is what God has done through my life. And so it's important that we encourage our people, and even for people to be able to see it through us. So let me even say like this, like this December 31st, we're planning to do TSOs in 2 counties, Muranga,
awesome,
and Machakos. Hatuna do, but we're going to do it.
Amen.
Because last year I shared with guys at the Bible study, and I was like, how awesome would it be if we can do TSO in Nairobi, in Muranga, in Machakos, in LD, all at once. But sometimes God wants you to do it pole pole. So last year we did it in Muranga.
I remember.
This year, God, we praise God, we're going to do it in Nairobi, in Muranga and Macha. And then, who knows, next year, tutakuwa ni Muranga, Macha, and another city. And we're not doing it because we have, but we're doing it because God has said.
Yeah.
He said, go and make disciples of all nations. Si tunaenda tu.
The thing is believing God each step.
Yeah.
A day at a time, believing him. That what you said, I believe you are still on course. It may not look like as grand as you may have imagined it in your head. But at times the Lord works in a day at a time.
It is.
Yeah. Like how he dealt with the children of Israel, when they were going through the desert. And he decided, you guys, I'll be giving you manna every day.
Yeah.
He says, do not store. I want to sort you out daily. At times the mysteries of God are in the daily.
Wow. And when Jesus prayed, he said, when he was teaching the disciples how to pray, he said, give us this day.
Daily.
Our daily bread. Not this month.
And at times we want to see the whole year provided for. When you're doing budgets for TSO, you want to see, the 3 cities catered for. But he's saying, you know what, allow me to do it my way. And at times God's way is in the daily.
And it has just hit me now. Even as I'm talking, how,
oh my goodness,
it was a vision that I had.
Yeah.
But we started with 1 city.
Yeah.
Then you go to 2. And not all 4 happening simultaneously at the same time. I want to read a scripture over here, and then even as we come to wrap this up. So I'm going back to the story of Abraham.
Yeah.
So Romans chapter 4 verse 18, Paul says that against all hope.
Against all hope.
Against all hope. Abraham in hope believed, and so became the father of many nations. Just as it had been said to him, so shall your offspring be. Without weakening in his faith, he faced the fact that though his body was as good as dead, since he was about 100 years old, and that Sarah's womb was also dead, yet he did not waver through unbelief regarding the promise of God, but was strengthened in his faith and gave glory to God, being fully persuaded, not partly persuaded, being fully persuaded that God had power to do what he had promised. This is why it was credited to him as righteousness.
Wow. I've loved what you said. Against all hope.
Against all hope.
Against all hope.
Yeah.
And Abraham in hope.
Bro.
At times, you look at the factors in your life, and it seems like all factors are against.
Yeah.
And I know people that will get to watch this podcast. Some of them, you're looking at your situation, it's like against all hope.
Yeah.
It's important that you get encouraged.
Yes.
That against all hope, against all factors, God can still work it out.
Those are the perfect circumstances for God to come.
Yeah. When it's dark.
Yeah. That's when he comes. Yeah.
When it's lonely, when it's when you're broken.
Yeah.
When kuna mse labda na watch podcast anapanga kurudi Ocha.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying it, but maybe you'll get a comment that someone is just about to say, you know what, I think it's a wrap. Me acha nirudi Ocha, let me go back to fishing. Let me go back to becoming a farmer huko. against all odds. May the Lord just work things out.
Amen.
Yeah. And that's why they're called miracles, because they show up in ways that you can't expect. And it actually, at times, miracles don't have an explanation.
No.
Unajua Moz, there's a way that God can do something that when you try to explain it to people, you don't know how to explain it. Like you would really want to like give them the process that this is what happened. But you can't. It's just a miracle.
It is.
So I pray even for guys that will get to watch this podcast, may the Lord just grant you a miracle. Something that you can't explain.
Yani, this has been such a good conversation. And I want to pick up again from that scripture. Against all hope, Abraham in hope believed, and so became the father of many nations. Umzaya atakuwa na mtoi. Wife yake alikuwa amechapa. As in, they were both old. They were both elderly.
There's a place you've read and you've said his body was as good as dead.
Yeah, man. You know? I mean, alikuwa 90.
Some of us, our reputations are as good as dead.
Wow.
Some of us, our education looks like it's as good as dead. You know, the things that people are looking at so that they give us opportunities. When they look at us, we are like as good as dead. For people that fit that category, you're the kind that God works on.
Yes.
You are the perfect fit. That actually miracles happen to.
That's for sure. Friends, thank you so much for joining us for the podcast today. Please do remember, November 28th, 29th, 30th, Prayer Fest. That's going down at the Chosen Generation Church, Mirema.
Please, allow me to say this. Two things then. Alafu tukafunga. Billy. That area is known for sherehe, aluta. The people club 24 hours.
Inaonekana niko na watu wa aluta hapa.
Wanakaa hapa.
Wamefurahi.
We are providing an alternative, and that's why I will continue celebrating you, Moz, for what you're doing. Thank you for providing an alternative for our young people.
Thank you.
When the world offers clubbing and dundaing, and we don't have alternatives, people will always the enemy will always find a ground of taking our young people back to where God has delivered them from. Us, we are where we are because people like you, people like Arosto, gave us an alternative. That on a Sunday afternoon, we wouldn't go to a jam session, but we will be in a Christian concert. And I feel the need to say this. The reason why people will fight what you're doing is because basically they don't want us to provide an alternative. Church will no longer be boring. The Christian community, we will not be bored. The alternatives. And third service is one of them.
Thank you so much, bro. I deeply appreciate it, bana. And thank you so much for joining me for the podcast today.
Kabla ukafunge mimi na gift bana. Niko mimi ni Santa Claus. Nikienda mahali.
Tukijitayarisha tuingie time season ya Christmas.
Ndio sasa.
This is so good bana. Hey man, angalia man, branding bana.
I need to give you 2 more gifts before prayer fest.
Iko sawa. Mimi nitazipokea.
Utazipokea.
Iko sawa sana man. Can I?
Yeah, please do.
Can I open it?
Please do.
This is so good. Such good packaging as well, Alafu hapa ndani no wonder ulikuwa unaniuliza mimi uvaa t-shirt size gani.
Na kuna kitu kingine unavaga inakam.
Asante sana bro. There it goes. I have my merch ready. Ndio nitavaa for prayer fest.
Ndio nitavaa prayer fest.
Ndio nitavaa. Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Nashukuru sana bro.
Thank you for having me.
No bro. Pleasure is all mine.
It's good to bond with a legend.
It's good conversations bana. Anyway friends, I hope that you've enjoyed the conversations with us hapa hivi on the DJ Moz Podcast. So please go ahead and like, subscribe, not because we're looking for that, but because you get to be notified whenever we have, podcasts dropping, Cindy, or any content that we have. And I promise that we'll always make sure that you have good content coming through, Cindy. And please go ahead and share with your loved ones as well as your enemies, because that's how you show love to your enemies. I'll see you. Peace. And God bless.